Hello everybody and welcome back to more Let's Play Pocky and Rocky. I am the Shining Cat and I will be your host for the evening. Right now we are in some sort of forbidden castle, beating stuff up. There aren't a lot of different enemies here compared to the past areas in this game. It's pretty much a small amount of enemy types, but a lot of enemies. Do you understand what I am saying? Because I don't. There are a lot of the blue power-ups in this level, which is good, because they really help. There are a lot of those guys that remind me of the Ninja Turtles in this level. Also, there are these torch enemies that cast fire into you, and the fire follows you around. I wasn't sure how to avoid it, so I just took the hits from those. The torch guys are annoying, because you can't kill them. You can only disable them for a few seconds. Then they turn back on and continue to shoot fire at you. You can see all the no goblins screaming for help around this level. Some of the new enemy types here are these gargoyle-looking things that shoot lasers out of their eyes. Those guys can be annoying too. There are also barrels in this level that explode if you get near them. For those of you who have been paying attention, you may remember that the goblins that are crying for help in the background are enemies from the past areas. Oh yeah, there I tried to grab the health thing with all those guys around. Sadly, I didn't get it. Another new enemy type is those guys that throw barrels in your face. This guy gave me some problems. I tried to think about how I could avoid him, but I ended up just taking the hit and running past him. If you get hit by one of those barrels, it squishes you flat. In retrospect, I probably should have tried using one of my bombs to kill him. You may have noticed that there was no video last week. I got really procrastinatish and didn't have enough time to finish this episode. I might try to record another episode tomorrow to make up for it. There isn't a lot to say right now since everything else is pretty straightforward. Now we are inside some sort of engine room. I am not that sure where we are, but there are things we need to kill in here, so we venture on. There are several new enemies here as well, like those wall masters that appear on occasion, and those dragon things that shoot fireballs at you. Those dragons aren't that hard to defeat, and if you leave the wall masters alone, they will just go off the screen and disappear, so you shouldn't worry about them as much. Also, there are these boos that come out of those big containers. Those guys aren't that bad either. This part is kind of weird. You have to try to avoid those spiked balls. But there are also some skeleton guys that try to stab you from above. I'm not sure how you are supposed to do this without getting hit. As you can see, the spiked balls also squish you if you get hit by them. That particular dragon is really easy to defeat, since that big piece of equipment is just there and is blocking the enemy's shots. I was laughing at these two enemies here. This is just complete stupidity. I mean seriously. Just look at this. Here we have a lot of power-ups and some wall masters.
Yeah, man. I just wanna be happy and make music, etc. Yo, when people ask me why I do this, I stand there and appear so clueless. I don't know, I just feel it in my bones. Feels like the whole world's got the last name Jones, and the music is an enchanting breeze, rustling through family trees, making them have dancing leaves that fall off and start planting seeds. Yeah, and the new ones grow and the old ones die, and the new young flow, and they don't know why, but they grow so high till they get their own spot, towering up in the sky. Then they wither, and like fresh teardrops their seeds fall and create next year's crops. The cycle of music, learn from the old, but we write with a new twist. As we evolve, we made it, a universal language we all created. I really think we're all related. Sibling rivalry is the cause of hatred. Never met EOM, but we're peas in a pod, and the reason is God. Oh, I wrote this all by myself, but it feels like I had help. Oh, I wrote this all by myself, but it feels like I had help from this person, thing, or being that they call God. Heads in the church, they all nod. Yeah, like we're in agreement. Facts like these don't appear in the cement. No hard truth, just time. No hard proof, just rhyme. No reason, just rhythm. Season to season, we're just living. And we wake up every morning equipped with the tools of the time we're born in, and these tools we use to keep building become second nature to the children, passed down from a dad to a kid. I ain't invent the wheel, but I'm glad someone did, cause if they did not, then time would just stop. There'd be no jazz, rock and roll, or hip hop, but we got infinite sums of choices. We come a long way since just drums and voices, man. This
See you next time, when we might actually take on the final boss.